Hello, my dear students. How are you all? I hope you all are fine. So today, the chapter which I'm going to explain, it is about your dreams. It is about one's hope. How can you fulfill your desire? How can you fulfill your dreams? Or how you can achieve your goals? So today, the story which I'm going to tell you, it is about of Upasana, an angel for the blind. So before reading this chapter or before explaining this chapter, I would like to ask certain questions. Dreams do come true if you believe in them. Is it true? So, if it is true, just take it. And the second one, the universe helps to make our dreams come true. If it is true, then true, otherwise, cross it. But you have to think about of it whether universe helps to make your dream come true or not. So let's start. Subtitle is given The Great Secret. What is the great secret we will study? Dreams are pursued with the power of an optimistic attitude as the universe conspires to help those who believe, persevere, and attract miracles. It's very true. You might have listened or heard that God helps those who help themselves. तो भगवान उनकी मदद करता है जो खुद की मदद करते हैं. Okay, so it is very true that your optimistic attitude as the universe conspires to help those who believe, persevere, and attract miracles. These dreamers work hard, extremely hard, and face hardships with the just and zeal of a warrior. So, if you have to win or if you want to achieve your any goal, okay, so start working hard, extremely hard. There isn't any measurement that how much hard labor you have to do in your life to achieve your goal, to achieve your desire. Just do your work and leave the result to the God or the universe. The universe keeps an eye on them and brings in people to help, some words to inspire, and a cause that is worth the case. Yes. So here you will not believe that your hard labor will work for you later. And universe keeps an eye on them and brings in people to help. और आपका डिजायर, आपकी जो इच्छा या आपका जो गोल है कब पूरा हो गया ये आपको पता भी नहीं चले. Let's read about the dreamer Upasana Makati to believe in the reality of the powerful universe. Okay, so here we will study about one of the dreamer, Upasana Makati. Okay, so let's start. Upasana Makati is the founder, editor, publisher, and owner of White Print, India's first lifestyle magazine for the visual impaired in Braille English that was launched in May 2013. As child of the universe, Upasana has been tested with failures and rewarded with motivation in the form of ideas that just sparkled in her mind, and also with people whom she calls angels. She strongly believes that life is interesting, friends, and success in life cannot be achieved without them. So it is very true that Upasana McCarthy revealed here. She is founder, editor, publisher, and the owner of White Print. And what is White Print? India's first lifestyle magazine for the visually impaired in Braille, and that is in English. And that was launched in May 2013. As a child of the universe, says that she has tasted the test of failure, and due to that, she was rewarded with motivation in the form of ideas that sparkled her life, that sparkled her mind. And she strongly believes that life is interesting with friends. Without friends, life is not interesting. Okay? Friends plays very important role in our life. And success in life cannot be achieved without them. Yes, thinking out of the box is easy when it is in mind's eye, but laying your ideas in front of the world calls for a lot of support. So many times we see that people come our way with the purpose to support. So the friends whoever are our friends, they used to come to support us. Okay, they supports us in every aspects of life, in every moment. Next second title is birth of white. Okay, how Upasana has started white print. The first challenge for Upasana was to get approval for the title of the magazine. So it was challenge. Okay, it was challenge in front of her or in front of Upasana. She had to take approval or she had to get approval for the title of the magazine. Shares the letter from the registrar of newspaper for India arrived at my house. When the postmaster handed that to me, I was anxious, with my stomach twitching strongly, saying in a quick prayer, gathering all the courage I had, crossing my fingers and toes, I opened the letter. So Upasana shares here that she had to take approval, and the letter reached to her, and she was very anxious. बहुत ज्यादा anxious थी वो उस चीज को लेकर के, whether she got approval or not. And she was as anxious that there was a aching or twitching strongly in her stomach. Saying a quick prayer, gathering all the courage she had been crossing her fingers and toes, and she opened the letter, and tears rolled down my cheeks. She says, as soon as she opened the letter, tears rolled down from her cheeks. The title application for the magazine had been rejected. Okay? The title she had taken or she has asked for approval was rejected for the second time. I did not have a plan B. I immediately picked up the phone to share the news with Sharat, but in a minute, he gathered his thoughts and said, "We don't need a plan B. Upasana, this is going to work. We will feel the third application immediately. Believe in this." And we got lucky that the third time round and white print was gone. So, as the white print was rejected, or the title has been rejected, it totally depressed Upasana, and she began to think about a plan B. He called Sharat to inform the same, and he told, or he gathered his thoughts and said, "We don't need a plan B. Okay, cannot stop this work here. We will work, and third time we will file. A third time we will file the application, and in the third time they got success. Okay, in the third round, white print was born. Next title, purpose of white print. So here we will understand what is the purpose of white print. Why they wanted to uh, bring their white print before the people. So the purpose of the white print is a virtuous one, as it was born to illuminate the lives of the visual impaired. Upasana researched to realize that the world of the visually impaired was devoid of a magazine that would give them themselves to relate with the world outside. So this was the magazine for the blind people in the Braille lipi or Braille scripture. Okay, जो blind होते हैं वो ब्रेल लिपि में पढ़ते हैं. As we can see and read, they were they are not able to do like that. They used to touch. They used to touch the emboss effect of the paper, and they used to read. So this was the thing. It was a try to connect those people to the world. Okay. Here Upasana researched to realize that the world of the visually impaired was devoid of a magazine, and they would give them hints to relate with the world outside. She recollected initially, I worked on the magazine single handedly, but then many creative hands began to do stories for white prints. So, what she shares here, she says that initially she started the work and single handedly she worked on the magazine single handedly, सिर्फ अकेले काम करती थी. But then many creative hands joined her and they began to do stories for white print. It was difficult to bring it out considering my readers aged between 8 and 80 years. The real challenge was to bring out the issue month after month. Okay, she was having challenge. It was difficult to bring it out considering her readers. aged between 8 to 80 years. 8 साल से 80 साल के बच्चों के बच्चे से बूढ़े के लिए उसको मैगजीन निकालना. Okay, and the real challenge was to bring out the issue month after month, and each and every month the new issue should be published. This was the challenge we faced. But then we have had angels helping us at every point of venture. The association with the Karma magazine, one such angel in our journey, approved to be very helpful. So she says, if as she has started working alone or single handed, time by time, many hands joined. And one of magazine, Karma magazine, one such angel in her journey approved to be very helpful. So, being India's only narrative journalism magazine and excelling in content, this magazine was stepped towards sharing such informative contents from across the world with our readers. Yes, White Print was enriched with its stories. So as we think that the work is difficult every time, or I must say that the every work is difficult before learning. Every work, each and every work is difficult before learning. Okay, how difficult to hold pencil was. Can imagine how difficult to hold the pencil was earlier. How difficult to write A for apple earlier. But now, how easy to hold pencil. How easy to write alphabets now. Okay, so it is difficult before learning. Every difficult task will be easy after learning. And before learning, everything is difficult. जब तक हम चीजें सीखते नहीं हैं, जब तक किसी चीज को सीखेंगे नहीं, तो हमारे लिए डिफिकल्ट ही रहेगा. नेक्स्ट, B for brain. The next need that gap at us was to bring about awareness of the world of the visually impaired and who grouped in darkness without much support of the people outside their world. So the second thing they have started, B for braille, and it was the awareness. Okay, they wanted to bring about awareness of the world of the visually impaired who grouped in the darkness without much support of the people. It is very true. They are in the darkness. They're not having their eyes. They are unable to see the beauty of life. Their life are in darkness. Okay. So the first challenge was to aware them. Upasana recollected B for Braille was a challenge of short. It was born out of passion and the desire to use music and visuals as a medium to share a message. I was looking for a producer to pump in money to shoot the short film, music film, but unfortunately, we were not able to garner any support. So here says that she wanted to make a short audio video movie that shows that spread the awareness among the people, and they were finding some producer who could invest money, but unfortunately they could not get any support. Once again, the adventurous streak sparked in us. Sharat and I decided to take the risk and put in our savings into this and go for it. So when they did not get any producer, they both decided who Sharat and Upasana both decided to take a risk and they began to put their savings into this and go for it. Sharat, although a filmmaker by profession, decided to write a script for the project. Sharat was filmmaker and he began to write a script for his project or for this project. We began finding the location and the right case for the project. We contacted the National Association for Blind in Mumbai because we wanted to cast a visually impaired child in our short film to help us bring out the correct mannerisms and emotions required to the shoot. So for shooting, they have found a proper location. Okay, they have found the right cast for the project. For that, they have contacted the NAB. NAB it means National Association for Blind, and it is in Mumbai. And why they have contacted? Because they wanted to cast a visually impaired child. Okay, they wanted to cast a visually impaired child in their short film. They wanted to make it completely real. Okay, they wanted to show the correct mannerism and the emotions required. That is why they have chosen a blind cast. I was contacted to Apurva. Sorry, it is connected, not contacted. It's connected to Apurva. When Sharad and I met him, we knew that he was the one we would get on board for the film. Sharad's work associates played a very important part at every step in helping us bring out this film. Be it the lightman, cinematographer, editor, spot boys, or any other support staff on the day of the shoot, I had most emptied my entire house for everything there is that is required to set up a house for the film. Now, all we needed was a song for B for Braille and touching lyrics that would resounded in every heart. So for the shooting, Upasana had emptied all of her house and she put all the required things in the house. And after creating the set, she required or she needed or they all needed a song B for Braille, and that must be there must be touching lyrics that would resound in every heart. उनको ऐसा टचिंग लिरिक्स चाहिए था, शब्द चाहिए थे, बोल चाहिए थे, तो सबके हार्ट को टच करे. I was introduced to Kavita Seth, a Sufi and Bollywood singer. The day I met her for an interview for the white print, I connected with her instantly. It has been a connection of the soul. In a way, she brought back music in my life. It was this love that made me sing B for Braille. Ganesh, her younger son, composed and produced the song for us. From singing as part of the school choir to recording in the studio, life told me that we are born with skills to suit a higher purpose. The process was magical and a dream come true. So here, Upasana was introduced to Kavita Seth, and Kavita Seth was a Sufi and Bollywood singer. And meeting was so worthy, we can say. Okay, the meeting was so fruitful, and she wrote lyrics, and Upasana sang the song, and her younger son Kanishk composed the composed and produced the song. So here she thought that from singing as a part of a school choir group, जो स्कूल के ग्रुप में उपासना जब गाना गाती थी, and now she is recording her song in the studio. She used to think that life told her that we we were born with skills to suit a higher purpose. Okay, we must keep some skills. Okay, we must keep some skills. हमारे अंदर कुछ ना कुछ skills होने चाहिए. Whether that the skills may be for the singing, painting, dancing, anything. These are the skills, and that skill somewhere the skill will work for you. कहीं ना कहीं वो स्किल आपके काम में जरूर है. When we realized B for Braille to the world, we saw its impact, and that made all the hard work worth it. Whenever I go and share the story of white print, B for Braille comes along, and we see how the audience instantly connects with the world of darkness with the help of music and a visual. It's ironical yet real. Yes, we connected well and got the support we desire for white print and its readers. So, whatever support she has obtained through the music, through the visual, it cannot be said in words, according to Vasta. Upasana has made a huge difference to the world of the visually impaired who wait for the arrival of their copy of white print and lap it up the same day and then read it over and over again. What drives Upasana to struggle every month to get it published? The answer to this was astonishing when Upasana shared white print still does not make profit. The nature of the venture does not allow it to spread its wings in comparison to any other startup in the country would. But I am positive about changing perceptions of people and providing something to a community that was long overdue. So here Upasana says that the business is not profitable. It was not only a business, it was a work to aware people. It was a work to connect physically or visually impaired people to the world. Okay, Upasana shared that white print still does not make profit, but she has not started white print for getting profit. She is positive about changing perceptions of people and providing something to a community that was long overdue. That is the most important part. That what we are giving to the society. Most of the people you might have heard telling that what the country had done for me. What have you done for your country, for your community? If you have not done anything for your community, how the community will think to do any positive things for you? Okay, the principle of life is give and take. जब तक आप किसी के लिए कुछ नहीं करोगे आपके लिए कुछ नहीं होगा. Okay, so here it brings smiles to people faces. I'm richer than any other person who might be drawing hefty salaries. So she says that she is the happiest person in this world because she brings a smile to people's faces. And she's the richer than any other person who might be drawing half his salary. This is what makes me rich. And when the intention is pure, the passion is consistent, and there is dedication involved, you can literally move mountains. It is very important line. Okay, it is very important. Then when the intention is pure, okay, when your intention is pure, the passion is consistent, and there is dedication involved, you can literally move mountains. It's very true. Or if you think that I'm telling wrong, so go and watch the movie Maji the Mountain Man. Go and watch it. How the person has cut the mountain, how the person make the mountain short. Okay, white print is a true example of being stubborn to make things work and bring about a change in the minds of people. Have you heard your parents cry about not receiving the newspaper after the national holiday? This is the feeling that lingers in the minds of every single visual impaired reader. If we are able to whip that feeling of a few minds, we are happy and content. Her readers write to her and share how they feel when they get a copy of white print every month, which is nothing less than reward. So she shares here that her readers sent some messages to her, how they feel, how the readers feel after getting the white print after a month. Okay? And that is the main reward for Upasana. Upasana is known internationally for her novel venture called White Print. One wonders about the virtues of such youngsters who are able to think of spreading happiness as as the goal for their life. To this, she simply smiles graciously with gratitude as she knows and believes in the great secret and the power of the universe that gives abundantly to the one who takes initiative. Perseverance, perseveres, and thinks to transform the ways of the world to begin a chapter in the life of those who group in darkness but still hope against hope. Yes, Vasna is a hope that lights the life of many who long to read, to relax, and think about the world in between the pages of white print. Okay, so this was the story. Read it at your home once. Okay, goodbye, take care, stay safe.